Hey everyone, my name is Jamie Lee. Welcome back to my channel and thank you so much for watching this video today. Now, as anybody who follows this channel kind of closely or follows me on Instagram will know, I have been almost radio silent since the beginning of 2021, which was not the plan at all. So I just kind of wanted to hop on here today, give a little bit of an update about what my life has been like so far in 2021, what 2020 was like, where things are going this year, and just let you guys know what I've been up to. And I would love to hear down in the comments what you guys have been up to too. I know 2020 was a wild year for everybody. 2021 started out feeling like it might be more of the same, but I really want to focus on positives this year and hear from all of you guys what you are planning to do this year, what you want to do, what your goals are, anything like that. Now, to start off, I guess I want to explain where I've been. Where to even start? At the end of November in 2020, I got a very mysterious meeting invite from my boss at work. The sector that I work in, there have been a lot of layoffs. It's been very stressful. Everybody's nervous that they could be laid off at any time. And it's not a reflection on you as a person or a worker. It's very much a reflection on the state of the industry. Profits are way down, costs are up in a lot of cases, and it's hard as a business, of course, and I get that. So I got this meeting invite. It was for like a 3:30 p.m. on a Thursday. I was freaking out, and I 100% thought, you know what, I'm probably getting laid off. I need to prepare for this. I went, put on some extra mascara, dolled myself up a little bit for this meeting to make sure that, you know, I felt good and confident going into it so I wouldn't be so upset or devastated at the news. So I show up to this meeting with my boss and his boss, and it turns out I wasn't getting laid off at all. I was actually getting asked to take on some extra responsibilities because we're kind of shifting portfolios around and some people were moving to different departments, which was very much not what I was expecting, but gosh, was I thankful. So work for me, since taking on some of these new responsibilities on December 1st, has been very, very fulfilling. I love my job. I do. I think that it is very impactful and it makes me feel good. I go home at the end of the day feeling like I make a difference. But let me say, it has been a very stressful couple of months since taking on all of this new stuff. I've been working late almost every day. I've been, you know, taking my work home with me, which I try not to do so much, especially now that I physically work from home. I've had to try and set more boundaries in terms of like, okay, when you're done your work, turn off your computer, physically leave the basement where your computer is and do something else. But I've found that increasingly hard as I've been really busy. I'm trying to do my old job with its responsibilities, plus all of these new ones. So needless to say, it's been stressful, it's been rewarding, and I've really enjoyed it, but it has definitely taken up a lot of my time. Now, as I said, that actually took effect back in December, and I was still, you know, making videos, enjoying doing my editing, talking to you guys. And then my husband and I have been looking for a new house for probably like a year and a half to 2 years. We've lived in our current place for 5 years now. It is lovely. I adore this house, but it's very small. It's 800 square feet. It's a semi-detached, so we're attached to neighbors. And it was just getting to a point where we were ready for more space. And then COVID hit. One of the downsides of this house and a semi-detached and being in the middle of the city, our backyard is not very big. It's pretty small. And it's not private at all. So if you're sitting outside in the summer just trying to, you know, like listen to a little bit of music or read a book out on your deck, there are 10 people staring at you all the time. There's always people outside mowing their grass, which obviously people are allowed to mow their grass, don't get me wrong, but it just always feels like you're just surrounded by people. And at a time when we're always at home, you can't go anywhere. It's not like you can, go to the zoo one day and experience that and then maybe go shopping with your friends, go out for dinner. We are at home in Ontario, Canada, 24/7. We are in full lockdown state of emergency. We are not allowed to leave our houses unless it is for an essential purpose. So with that being said, we really have been looking for something with more space and a bit more privacy and also a slightly bigger house. So we had kind of given up, honestly, after looking for a whole year. We've put in offers on a couple houses, been beat out every time. The market around here is very, very competitive. So we had kind of decided, you know what, like we're probably not going to find what we want in the area that we live in any of these cities. We're probably going to have to look outside of them. We might have to even move away completely. I would have to get a different job, which would obviously bum me out because I love my job. And then over the holiday break around Christmas, I happened to see a house come up that the pictures were very weird. Tiny JPEG images. The address was kind of weird. I couldn't really tell where it was. The pictures didn't show any bathrooms. It seemed like none of the bedrooms had closets, but there was one picture of one room, and I will put it here, that just looked like, these huge windows looking out into a backyard, huge vaulted ceilings, skylights, and that's exactly kind of like what we've been looking for. A house that contains at least one room that's just, beautiful and bright, and that we feel like we can be in there and that can be like our sanctuary basically while everything's going on. And so we decided, you know what, let's go see this house. It ended up being a huge kerfuffle to try and see it. Our real estate agent was trying to reach out to theirs, book a time. The people didn't want us to come at any time during the week. So we ended up going on the Sunday right before both Mark and I had to go back to work. So the Sunday after New Year's. It was a huge snowstorm. So the roads were awful. We considered turning back like 6 different times, and finally we were like, you know what, whatever, we'll just take it really slow. We'll get there when we get there. This house was holding offers until the Monday. So we basically were going to see it at noon on Sunday and had to decide if we were going to purchase this house by Monday at 5. So at this point, we're both kind of thinking like, you know what, it's probably a waste of their time. Like, why did we even book this showing? We're not going to make a decision that fast. So we get to the house. It looks lovely from the outside. We walk inside, and I basically walked straight back to that room with all the windows. When I say, I've been catfished so many times by houses where they look like they're going to be absolutely beautiful when you see them, in pictures, and then you get to the house and the house is like tiny, or they've strategically hidden like things that are broken, or there's a lot of work that needs to be done. This house was the opposite of that. Like, I walked back into that big bright room with all the windows and my jaw hit the floor. It was beautiful. It was everything that I would ever want in, a house. It has a wood burning fireplace. It also has an electric fireplace. It has this huge, beautiful backyard that would be perfect for a veggie garden or something. So we bought the house. And ever since then, our life has just been selling our house, mortgage brokers, lawyers, banks. It has been insane. Every single weekend has been dedicated to packing our stuff, staging our house, getting it ready to sell, finally selling the house, like having to move out for a while there were showings because of COVID. It has been crazy. And that, coupled with I've been working late every single night at my job, and we weren't living in our house for a while. Needless to say, life has been insane, but in the absolute best way for me so far in 2021. My job has been wild but great. we found this new beautiful house and had to sell ours, which has been bittersweet, of course, because we love this house. I guess I just really wanted to share that I am still very much committed to and in love with this YouTube channel, and I'm hoping that from this point forward, most of that craziness will kind of be behind us, and I will be back to filming and releasing weekly videos. Now, in terms of goals for 2021, I would personally love to commit once again to doing one video a week on YouTube. I'm hoping that now that things are settling down a bit, I can kind of get a backlog going, so I will have videos to post if, God forbid, something crazy happens, something else crazy, and I can't film for a week or two, because that's really what messed me up last time. I had kind of taken a break over Christmas and then had no choice but to not really film for a couple weeks. So it really kind of put me behind on posting. But for 2021, I also want to commit to being more active on TikTok. I love watching TikTok. I get so much enjoyment out of it. I think that it's really fun, like the shorter, more consumable content for if you just have like 5 minutes or you're waiting at your dentist's office, you don't want to watch a whole YouTube video, but you can flip through a few TikToks. I love it. I want to commit to doing it more, and hopefully you guys will enjoy following me over there as well. Now, thank you very much for watching this, for coming back after I've been off for like 3 weeks. I have never been off that long. It feels very crazy to me. And you'll have to let me know if you're interested at all in hearing about the new house, selling our old house, that process. I know a lot of younger people, and me included, before I had ever been involved in the process, feel like buying a house is like this insurmountable thing. It's crazy. They don't even know where to begin. And it can feel like that, but I pledge to you that it is not that scary. It is something that if you can, be really good with your money and save up, that feels so rewarding to invite your parents over or your friends over to your house that you own for the first time. That's an amazing feeling. And like they always say, house prices are only going up, so you're better to get in as early as possible. But if you are interested in knowing more about that whole like real estate journey, what it's like, how to get started, I could definitely make a video or a TikTok if you'd prefer something shorter about that. I have gone through it twice now, obviously, from both the buyer and the seller's point of view. I'm definitely no expert, but I can help you figure out some good starting points. Now, like I said at the beginning, I would love to hear what you guys are planning to do this year. What are your goals? What are some things you're really looking forward to? I love hearing other people's goals because I feel like sometimes that influences you to kind of take a look and say, you know what? I never thought about X, Y, Z, but I would love to do those things too. And we can all help each other out to be better people this year. Now, once again, a huge thank you to everybody who's taken the time to watch this video. I know it's very different from my usual stuff, but I really wanted to share on here. And I do kind of use these videos as like a diary to look back on later in life. I think my bachelorette party video, I am probably 90% of the views on that video because I watch it all the time when I just want to be picked up. So it'll be nice to look back on this in 4 or 5 years to see what we've made of the new house. And with that, I hope that you guys have an amazing week. I'm so happy to be back with you, and I will see you next time. Bye!